Roger Northern from American Bridge is pacing, anxious. The 7th major shipment of the Bay Bridge is ready to sail, but it's waiting for one final piece. The tower grillage, the top piece for the world's tallest self-anchored suspension bridge. And it's not quite ready.
This is our last piece of work on the tower, the last critical survey of the tower. So they're rushing to get this removed, so I need to get my guys organized. They're dismantling it while we're trying to survey it. They're taking the scaffolding down now, as you can see.
Can you do the surveying if the scaffolding's gone?
Well, my guys will be up on top, and then we're going to get a man lift to get them down later. It's a race against the clock. Well, there's a lot of pressure to get the job done by July so we can all get out of here. And we feel that pressure every day, and it's not as structured and organized as a normal job because of the time element and because of working with the Chinese. There's there's a cultural disconnect that we have to overcome. And fortunately, I have some good Chinese guys that work for me, that run interference for me. But the job has a momentum of its own, and you just try to hang on as best you can.
Where are you from?
Well, California the last 30 years, but before that, Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. Traveled around quite a bit.
All doing work for American Bridge?
No, just in my youth.
Oh, in your youth?
I'm a Californian.
So, why did you travel so much, though?
You have to ask my dad.
What did your dad do?
He worked for the mines, the mine worker.
So growing up as a kid, did you know what you wanted to be when you grew up?
I always wanted to be a musician, actually, and I was for a while.
What instrument?
Drums.
Really?
Yeah, in San Francisco in the 70s. But I realized I couldn't make any money, so I went back to school in my late 20s and became a surveyor.
But I want to know, were you good at being a drummer?
Well, I was good, but being good doesn't get you success in the music business. There's a lot more to it. I was competent. I still play, actually. I play in Shanghai, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
For like you go to a karaoke bar? Or?
A few friends have a band that plays twice a month. Yeah, rock and roll.
So is that what you play mostly, rock and roll?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite rock band?
My favorite rock band, geez, I don't know, Aerosmith, NXS, there's so many to choose from. Led Zeppelin.
How old were you?
63.
So did Ringo Starr encourage you to become
Ringo Starr, yeah.
Is that why you became a drummer?
No, I became a drummer because I was playing clarinet, and there were all girls in the clarinet section, so I felt like I was playing a girl's instrument. And I always gravitated to the drums. I'm really a drummer that has a gig, a straight job, being a surveyor.
And so why did you pick surveying? How did you?
So I wouldn't have to take organic chemistry in college. First I went to college at San Mateo on the peninsula, and then Chico State.
And where do you live now, when you're not in China?
That's hard to say, because I really cut all my ties with the States. My wife's from New Zealand, so I'll probably go to New Zealand after this.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you end up with the Bay Bridge project for American Bridge?
I worked at Lawrence Livermore Lab back in the 80s, and I knew I know the president of a surveying company in the Bay Area that had connections with the project, and he asked me if I wanted to go to China, and I said, sure. So here I am. After my kids grew up and left home, my wife and I had opportunities to travel, and we almost had a chance to come to China prior to 2008 and work on the U.S. Embassy, but it fell through, but the desire was still there, and so when this came up, it was a no-brainer.
And how do you like China?
Well, it's one of the great cities of the world. It's a fantastic experience. It's an adventure. It's hard. It's challenging, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm glad I've had the experience. I'm good at what I do, and I enjoy the fact that I'm needed and get a lot of attaboys from people for work that is well done, and we've done a good job.
Now, what do you think about the Bay Bridge project itself? Are you proud to be here?
Absolutely. I'm proud to be part of something that has brought the Chinese people and the American people together in a way that will manifest itself in the form of this iconic bridge for generations to come. So it's a milestone.